What is up, YouTube? Here we are again at Jacked Fitness. Say what's up, Nate.
What up?
We are getting ready to do a leg workout. So we're getting a lot of comments. People were asking me, hey, we see you guys train chest, we see you train arms, see you train back, shoulders, whatever, but we don't see you guys ever train legs. So we're bringing it to them today, aren't we?
Yeah, sure.
So I got my new belt on, bought a new lifting belt, so we're rocking that thing. What do you got? What are your supplies? You got some knee wraps and stuff on?
Yeah, and my belt's out there.
Belt's out there?
Yep, we'll get it.
So we're squatting today, we're gonna do a leg workout, we're not gonna hold anything back, right?
Yeah, correct. This is correct, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so if you guys are ready to see another workout video featuring the man, the myth, the legend, the dream, then we're gonna bring it to you guys. So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, guys, starting off this leg workout, typically I like to do squats first, but we're switching things up today. So let me show you. We got seated leg extensions. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hit some of these, and then we're gonna transition over to, what do you wanna do for the superset? Standing hamstring curls. There we go. So we're gonna hit these to kind of get warmed up. We're gonna save squats for last. Squats have been hurting Nate's lower back a little bit with his injury, so we're gonna work around it. Because you're a baby. And then transitioning over here. Now, not all gyms are gonna have this machine here, but if you do have it, I love this thing for isolating the hamstrings, which is the back of your leg. So for women watching and you wanna kind of tighten your legs up and get them looking a little better, this is definitely a good exercise for that. So yeah, we're gonna hit this for about 4 sets. This is a really good way to warm up, get that blood flowing, and then we're gonna move on to some different exercises. So how are these feeling, man?
Good, I feel pretty good today.
Feeling good today?
Yeah.
Good, man. I always feel good when we film.
Yeah. Back's feeling good today too, so we'll see.
It's one of those things too, sometimes you might not feel good. Once you get in here and start moving, you're like, oh, okay.
Get warmed up.
I get it.
Flowing.
Nice. So we're gonna kill these and I'll be back for the second workout. All right, guys, I'm gonna try to point out exactly what muscles this exercise is working. So go ahead and hit a few of those. Boom. See that when he's coming up? Those deep lines here, you got that cut right there. This is an awesome exercise for building the front quad. So you definitely want to, if you're looking at building that definition, squats are amazing. You got your hamstring curls are gonna work the back of your leg. You got your lunges, stuff like that. But really for just like getting that definition in here, I love doing leg extensions. So this is a pretty, almost every gym's gonna have this piece of equipment, but I find that going heavy, getting that full extension, drop sets, stuff like that, incorporating different ways to make this effective. So how's that feel? Legs are looking good, man, making some progress.
Trying to lean out.
Trying to lean out, yeah, we got we got vacation to do. Right. Heck yeah, man. All right, guys, we're doing some squats right here. So I think he's starting off with more of like stretch movements here. So we're going pretty light. I never recommend going straight into your maximum weight with squats. Normally I'll jump right in with like just the bar, but we're a little warmed up from some previous exercises. So going down, going up. Check his form out on these, by the way. So pay attention how he's down, up, and you wanna make sure to get the most out of squats, you're going down to parallel. So see how his butt matches up with his knee? Boom, that's parallel right there. So you wanna make sure you are hitting that on squats. I see too many people just go down a little bit and not really get that full range of motion. If you're gonna be here and you're gonna do them, you might as well get the most out of it. So, good stuff, big dog. All right, guys, so for those of you that are new to squatting and haven't really squatted a whole lot, let me give you a quick little rundown here. So, I'm gonna show you guys how I set up for a squat, right? So basically I come in, and when I do it, I find, you're gonna find a different grip that works for you, right? Because, you know, my arms aren't as long as someone like Nate, so he's gotta go a lot wider. But for me, this works about perfect. I always put this finger right here. What's the name of that finger?
The ring finger.
Is that your ring finger?
Yeah.
Huh.
You never been married before?
Well, I've been divorced twice. Anyways, I pawned those rings though. What I like to do is take my ring finger and I'll put it right on the groove here for the bar. So if you guys can see that little groove there, that might be weird focusing, but I'll put that right here and I'll do it on both sides. And then what I do is I kind of tighten up, right? Make sure I got a good grip on it. And then when I go in here, like this, and then make sure I'm set up, and then I back up, and boom, I got it. The key is when you're going into it, you're launching into it, right? Like I said, I get my hands on it tight, and then when I go in, I don't move my hands at all. My grip stays on here. So when I go in, right, I'm just in there. Hands never move. So Takes a little bit of practice to learn, but once you get it down, you're good. There we go. Raising our weight a little bit. That's the thing, I went light for so long on these and never really went above 225, but lately I've been pushing myself. Squats are by far the most important leg exercise you can do. Awesome compound movement. You burn so many calories, you strengthen your core, you're working your entire lower body. Don't neglect these guys. You definitely need to train legs if you aren't already. I neglected them for a while. Incorporating them, I've noticed massive growth in all other parts of my body. You have so many hormones down there waiting to be utilized. And once you start actually working those muscles, it pumps them through your entire body. So it really helps you grow. There we go, get in there, big dog. Nice, see how wide his hands are? See, those long arms. Nice work there, big dog. I was just telling him how important legs were when you're training. Because you gotta think about it, man, it's half of your body.
Right, yeah.
Right? So if you're neglecting that, it's like, it's like putting two brand new tires on the front of your car and neglecting the back.
Right. And you don't want to be top heavy.
You know, and I told him I noticed massive gains like in my upper body when I started really going heavy.
Free flowing testosterone.
Right.
You know?
So
rumor has it if you work your legs, it releases natural testosterone in the rest of your body.
Right.
So you could even do like your weak parts on leg day, you know, for instance, shoulders.
Throw a couple exercises in at the end, right?
Incorporate some shoulders, some biceps, something like that.
Right.
To help utilize that.
Right.
Yeah.
Getting it, big dog. Yeah, I know, right? I can hear it. All right, I'm gonna see if I can't do some damage here.
Let's get it.
All right, here we go.
There you go. There you go.
Those are the ones that make you grow, my friends. It's those ones. Now I know why you're out of breath after that.
Right.
All right, guys, we decided to go a little heavier on squats here. Really, like I said, been pushing these squats to the extreme lately. I've noticed my whole body growing, hitting these more compound movements. So what I want to show you guys is when you go really heavy, right? Nate's about to do, Nate, what is this? Wait.
405.
He's about to do 405. So I'm gonna spot him for it. He can get it easily, but I'm gonna show you guys how to properly spot. I see a lot of people spot when they're doing squats and they're not really doing it right. If you're spotting correctly, people will be questioning your sexual preference. But it is true, but it's just how you gotta do it. It's the safest way to do it.
Then they won't say that when that weight falls on them.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I should have had a spotter.
Yeah, should have, exactly. So I'm gonna set the tripod up, I'm gonna spot him. So pay attention, you guys are gonna see.
Practice safe sets.
Practice safe sets.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. All right, guys, pay attention. Man, good stuff. So pay attention to how I got up underneath of him, like he's coming down. I'm not touching him, but I'm literally mirroring him. And I got these arms tucked in underneath his elbows. That way if I need to, I just kind of pull up and it's pulling him up at the same time. So yeah, rewind it and watch it again if you need more instruction than that, but we're gonna keep getting it. All right, guys, still hitting squats here. I ended up doing 365 for 2, which is a new PR for me. And yeah, just working through it. So we did a couple sets at 135, did a couple sets at 225, went up to heavy, and now we're going back down to 225, getting it in. So like I said, I've been doing a lot more squats lately, and I wanna say in total I've been doing about 8 sets of back squats, and we're probably gonna finish this up and then move into front squats so we can continue working them compound movements. So for those of you that didn't think we trained legs, this is the proof right here. This is the proof. How you feeling so far, big guy?
Thirsty.
Thirsty, yeah, me too. We both don't have, so my house is getting cleaned right now, guys, and I did not bring any British aminos with me in my jug, so I am unfortunately really thirsty. I think Nate's in the same boat.
Yeah, I drank all mine at work today.
Oh, yours at work.
I need a haircut.
You did a haircut. Look at that.
Dude, the woman said she'd beat me if I cut it.
Really?
And my beard, yeah.
And your beard, really?
My beard, yeah.
So you're gonna let her dictate what you do with that?
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
We're gonna get cleaned up here.
Yeah, we gotta get it cleaned up at least for Miami.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna like get a nice trim. Wait, glistens.
Glistens in the water. You come up out, you can do the beard shake.
Looking like a, it's like a man-made instead of a mermaid.
Ooh, man-made. All right, guys, so we already did the leg extensions, hamstring curls, back squats, and we did about
5 sets.
Yeah, 5 working sets.
Yeah.
About 5 or 6 working sets.
The ladder and back down.
About the ladder and back down, and then now we're doing front squats. So this is one thing I don't see a lot of people do, just because I think it's hard to get your form down.
Yeah, it's kind of uncomfortable too. You know, a lot of if you're bony.
You're right.
You know, and you try to set the bar up there. You know, like luckily I have decent
meat.
Yeah, I guess you could say. Yeah.
Meat.
So when I set the bar up there, it just kind of
meat mountains, you know? Beef castles.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna get in front here. I'm gonna show them how you place your hands. So doing a front squat here, guys. So basically, check this out.
You always want to make sure they're even.
Even.
And I just like set mine on my delts. You know?
Right there on the shoulder.
Yeah,
boom. Then up. Nice. Keeping arms straight out.
Kind of. You wrap your thumbs in there like that.
Right.
Kind of hold it.
Hook your thumbs in.
You know.
Try to give them a good view here.
Like that.
This. Nice.
Or you can kind of hold on to it like that.
Nice. Then you stabilize it. And then I'm gonna move back out here and we'll show him exactly so. Check how he's sitting that bar right here, right? Look at that. Boom. Bingo, right? And then when you go down, boom. See that? About the same function, except this, you have to work a lot more of your core and your stabilizers to balance that weight. So you're getting an ab workout. It's working more of the front of your quads, working on that development. Those lines I showed you earlier in his legs, yeah, this really helps build those too. So I've noticed a ton of growth since I started incorporating front squats into my workout routine. So give these a shot. I'm telling you, it's a little scary at first to try it out, but do just the bar, work on your form, and gradually increase the weight. So I can actually go up to 225 on these now, and I used to only be able to do like 135 for my max. So good stuff, man. I think they're gonna like that little bit there.
Yeah, I hope.
How to do those. That's why we're making the content, am I right?
Am I right?
Am I right? How about that?
Catch me at the squat rack, how about that?
All right, guys. Just did a couple sets at 135 front squat, jumping up to 185 and seeing how we feel. So pay attention to my form on these. Like I said, front squats are one of those things you should be doing them, especially if you want this development right here and really good core workout too without even having to work your core, right? Basically, I come in, and usually what I'll do is I'll take my thumbs and right where my collarbone's at, I'll kind of sit my thumb here. So when I do this, right, about that width, I can feel it right there. Then I wrap these hands around and then wrap the thumbs, and then up. That's how you do that. There we go. All right, spin. Nice. So what we're gonna do here, guys, we have ourselves a barbell. As you can see, we only got.
Maybe you gotta explain faster.
We have a barbell here. We're gonna do some weighted walking lunges. So check it out. We have a nice little long stretch here. There we go. Show them what you're working with, big dog.
Just walk, right?
Yep. You know, you gotta not just walk. You gotta lunge. All right, here we go. Check this out. Boom. Boom. See that? Awesome workout here, guys. You know, lunges by themselves are really beneficial. We throw some weight on there, get some real growth. So love hitting these. These are one of my favorite exercises to do. So just started doing them not too long ago, but the first time I did them, I was extremely sore. It had been a while since I've been sore. So good stuff, man. Good stuff. Look at that depth. How's that feeling? Good? Nice.
There you go.
Man, these feel crazy.
It's nice to incorporate these, you know, once a week, maybe twice a week. Give yourself a break for a couple exercises and then come back to them. Kind of keep your body guessing, switching things up. Do lightweight with more reps, heavyweight with less reps.
Muscle confusion, baby.
Oh yeah.
I hate that term, but it rings true in some regards. You gotta switch your training up.
And make sure when you're doing these, you're controlled. Control the weight all the way down. That way you don't go down and slam your knees into the ground.
Those are
thebomb.com.
double seal worthy. All right, just hit 4 sets of those lunges, and I think we are done for the day. How you feeling? Yeah. Right?
I'm done. Whoops. Squats, or I'm sorry. lunges and squats in with our last set.
Final set, we did a superset. We would do a lunge each leg and then do a full squat. A lunge each leg, a full squat, down and back. So we were both beat, guys. Yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. So yeah, we only did 5 exercises total. We did leg extensions, hamstring curls. We did front squats, back squats, and lunges. But
lunges with squats.
Lunges with squats. Lots of volume there, but we got it done. So
we did a lot of sets.
As you can see, we are both sitting down. So anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. And you learned a thing or two. Tried to get a few pointers in there, but we're out of here, guys. Comment below with what you want us to hit next. If
rest day.
Rest day.
Preferred rest day next. If you guys want to see how we do rest days, I'll be happy to show you.
All right, guys. You guys have a good one. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. So, you ready to get in the outro?
Yeah. Smile.
Don't forget to smile, remain positive,
and pay someone a compliment
because you never know whose day you can make it better. That is a wrap, guys. I will see you at the next video. See ya.
Later, guys.